Hello everybody, this is Nerdy Geeky, and today we're back on the Plot World server, as you can see. Last week we got on with our pub, and we got really far, and I was really happy with the progress that we made. Considering I didn't really go in with any kind of plan, and this is how far we got. I think it looks real pub-like. I like how you come in from the bright here. It's very bright outside, and it's instantly this sort of dark, moody place. And this is exactly what you get when you go into a pub, and this is exactly what I wanted, that feel, because I guess at the end of the day, after these guys have been doing whatever they're doing, whether it's farming or fighting or what, I don't know, it's going to be the evening time by the time they really come into here for socialising, and therefore I wanted to give it an evening look, and I think we definitely got it. There's going to be a door there eventually. I think we definitely got it. Oh yeah, and we did do our corridor as well. So these rooms are starting to look full, and they're linking up together, and I'm really happy with the way this is going. This turned out a lot better than I expected. I thought it was going to be nice, but kind of like bare or a little bit. But I think we've done a really good job. There's just a few finishing touches, mostly to do with the ceiling and a couple other things. So the first thing I want to do is change this, because I always knew there was a way of making an armor stand not just that or that, and I didn't realise it's as easy as just pointing towards the middle there. So this is what I want to do. I want to change the armor stands so they're pointing towards the middle. I think they'll just look a lot better like that. That does look a lot better than an absolute direction. So let's just get rid of that. Now, I've been thinking about what to do next, and I know I mentioned a trophy room last week. The thing about the Plot World server is you can only put 10 entities into your build, and that's it. So the trophy room could only have 10 things at the most, and that's it's not a smaller number. I'm much happy with that. So that's not like a small number in any sense. But let me show you if you can't remember what we sort of start off with. This is the kind of room we start off with, and if you only got 10 trophies to put in here, though I guess actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on pedestals and everything like that, and maybe one grand one in the middle or something, or a couple in the middle or something, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 in the middle. Yeah, I guess we could do that actually. Okay, well that's still on the plate then. It's definitely still on the plate. But there is something else that I've been thinking of, and I'm thinking about doing one of these rooms down here. In fact, there's two things I'm thinking of, and it's going to be both of the rooms down here. But as you can see, I've not dug them out yet. And digging them out takes a long time. And when I say a long time, I mean like it can be about half an hour per room, because I've got to dig them out by hand. I can't use TNT on the Plot World server. So, yeah, and unfortunately I just don't have the time to do that at the moment because of my exams. I had an exam on Wednesday. If you remember from the last episode, I did mention, the last Plot World episode, I mentioned that I had one on Wednesday, and that went quite well, I thought, or well, I think it went well. So we will soon find out. But I am exhausted now, and I have another one on Monday, and then another one on Thursday. I found out that it's Monday at 5:30 in the afternoon, so I guess I got a sort of extra half day to a day to revise, but it's basically going to be solid revision from today until sort of next Thursday morning. So I got 6 days of solid revision ahead of me. So these Minecraft breaks are the only real break I'm getting, and unfortunately I don't have time to farm materials, which is why I'll tell you what, I'll start digging out the ceiling because that's what we need to do. But which is why next Tuesday, I don't know if it will be a survival world or if it will be another plot world. Because the survival world, I really am starting to run out of materials, and the builds are quite big. So what we might be able to finish off our little dwarven area actually. It's a lot of digging, and I can see it taking, that digging, I really want to do it right, and I can see it taking like hours and hours to dig that out. Or because we're doing it in survival, we're not just slapping bricks like this. We're using a pickaxe. And I've got to use scaffolding to get up to the ceiling and stuff like that. It makes it very long, and it's an enjoyable process when I have the time to do it. But on the Plot World server, I can just come on, I can build, and I can slap blocks away like this, and I can experiment quite nicely, and it's fun. It's not as tasking. So it's looking like a real possibility that it could be a Plot World episode. And I apologise to anybody that watches the Survival World and really enjoys it. It will be back the week after, because I will be going home likely a week tomorrow. And I've never recorded these episodes at home. And at home I won't have any work to do or anything like that. I'll be finished for 4 months, and I can take the time that Survival World needs to be really, really good. And at the moment, my Survival World, I feel, isn't as good as the Plot World server, simply because I don't have time to farm the really nice materials. I don't have the time to farm the quantity of materials that I would like to use. I would like to use in bigger builds. So at the moment, even the Survival World's quite small scale. And that can't last. We need to do something big. And I've dug out a ocean monument ages and ages ago. And I haven't done anything with that. I want to turn it into a farm and all sorts. So we need to get on with that. But that just takes so long. I mean, I've got to dig that whole place out and basically make it hollow, essentially. So it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be fun. I apologise that I'm yawning down the microphone again today, but as you can probably tell, I'm just absolutely... I cannot believe how exhausting these exams are. Like, I completely underestimated how exhausting these exams are. Right, I'll leave that open. So, we've got... See, I mean, talking to you there, that one layer, it took a couple of minutes. This is very tall. Oh, excuse me. It's way over 15 layers tall. So you think about it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is actually 15 layers tall, and then you got to dig out the floor as well, and you got to dig out the walls as well. So you could add a couple of minutes on. So easily that took 2 minutes. It could easily take 30 to 40 minutes to dig out one of these rooms, and unfortunately, I just don't have that time. That is how tight my time is at the moment. I don't have that much time. So I've been scratching my head over this ceiling for just so long, and I figured not every room needs a fancy ceiling. Not every room needs a ceiling that's going to be... This room is very decorated. This room is probably the most decorated room that we've done so far. Our rooms seem to be going up and up on the decorating. The next room, I think, is going to look really, really cool. Oh, I do apologise, people. I'm not even going to cut out the yawning from the videos. It's just... It's me at the moment. Yeah, I just don't think it needs a fancy. I think, honestly, just boom. I'm not going to use brick, but I'm going to use andesite. Sorry, that's what it is. Polished andesite. And I like this because it goes with the brick quite nicely. I'm doing this wrong already because I want to put a border. This chiseled stone goes really nicely with the andesite. In fact, it goes so nicely, rather than call it chiseled stone, it actually almost looks like a chiseled andesite. I'm hoping that one day they put in more chiseled stone, chiseled andesite and all that. I mean, it's polished diorite, but it'd be nice if we got some more patterns and stuff like that. And I appreciate, I've said this before, I appreciate that they're putting in different blocks and trying to update the game and expand the game. Absolutely fine, but I'm a bad person. I absolutely would love to see more polished blocks, especially carved wood. Even if the wood just had a carving like that, just do it in a different texture. This is what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. So, how about I'll make a little speedy up bit because we don't have those. We didn't have one last time. And then after that, I'll show you a couple of other things that I just want to do to this room before I'm going to call it finished. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute, guys. Right, we're back. There we go. Also, the reason why, you might be thinking, why did you speed that bit up and not just cut it out? I wanted to show you the sort of tediousness that goes into some of these builds. And it's really fun making all the decorations and all that, but then you get just a whole block of ceiling. See, I think that ceiling looks fine. I think it doesn't need to be extravagant. It works. I don't think, I think it's always good to show the monotony that goes with building as well, and that's like everyday life as well. There's monotony in building everything. There's the fun part, and then there's the part that you just have to get done. And on the plot world, I can do that as fast as possible. That would have just taken me so long on the survival world, and that's what I'm trying to get through at the moment. I just don't have that time, but I will be having that time in just over a week. So what will we do next? I mean, we need lights, don't we? But there's something different I want to do with the lights, and I'm going to go down to the decoration blocks. I'm going to get fence. I don't want the dark oak. I want the nether brick to go with the furniture. I want the nether brick fence. I want to go straight up from here, really. Pop. I hope that is straight up from there. It looks like it. Yeah, that's nice in the middle. And I'm going to do this little spiral thing that we did before. I think, let's start here, shall we? No, I'll tell you what, let's start here. It makes a difference where you start, it really does. See how much brighter this is looking now. We're not taking away the sort of moodiness of the room, but we're taking away the darkness of the room. Right, let me just have a look, because what I'm comparing this to basically is our room over here. Ah, I see how I did it now. Yes, that's right. I'd forgotten that I put the ones on the top as well to make it look like they're connected. Like that. Fantastic. There we go. I think that looks way better. That's nicely lit up now, I think. Yeah, there's more light around here altogether. So we're going to do this on each side, and I think that's enough. I think that's all we need. I think that's a nice decoration, and it's not too in your face. I thought about using these, but they don't give off much light, and they only give off light at the bottom. And I wanted light going all the way down. You see the ceiling for me? I'm just looking at it now, and it looks so natural. It looks like an actual ceiling, and that's what I wanted. Like I said, because we've got all that decoration all around the walls, which I think, I'm really happy with, you don't need an extravagant ceiling, So we're going to start off by doing it from this end. And we come outwards, don't we? Trying to make it symmetrical a little bit, because A, it satisfies my OCD, and humans in general. Oh, I can see someone flying around. Someone's having a look around, are they? That's the second person today to have a look around this place. I think he needs to go down one more. He could be talking to me. I apologise if he is, because I have my chat turned off. Because I'm recording. They don't know that. So he could be saying something in the chat, but I do not know. Let's give him a wave, shall we? He's just creeping around. Let's creep around with him. He's just having a look around, is he? His name is something creeper, actually. Let's see who he is. Oh, Friendly Creeps is who he is. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's the second visitor today. I like visitors. They seem to be having a fairly positive opinion of the place, which is great. in the words of Tony the Tiger. Right. Boom. And again, I would usually speed this up, but I want to show you. I mean, this is a little bit more creative, a little bit more fun. But again, it's the same thing over and over again. It's monotonous. Okay, so we're going to start from here. No, we're going to start from one further down like that. And it goes outwards, so I'm going to go outwards this way this time. To get that symmetry. Yeah, the whole house. I think everyone's in the house at the moment. The whole house is so quiet because everybody's revising for exams, and it's quite eerie actually. Because usually you can hear people moving around the house quite a lot, making food, making drinks, you know, just generally moving around. But it's just so quiet today, and it's very unusual to have everyone in the house and to be quiet. And I'm trying to record, but at the same time be quiet because I know that they are revising for an exam that they have today. They're third year biology students, and I'm a first year biology student, so I understand. You know, they understand what my exams are like, and I understand that their exams are a lot harder than mine, and mine was difficult enough, to be quite frank. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to be respectful whilst still getting my own stuff done. So this is the last one. I'm looking forward to getting this pub classed as finished. But at the same time, I've really enjoyed building this so much that I'm kind of sad that we did it so quickly. But the next build, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll probably see it in the title of the next episode anyway. But the next one, I think, is going to be real fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's get rid of these blocks. Oh, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Looks a lot better, a lot more light, but we're still a little bit moody. So if we go in from outside this big bright white, it's midday sun. We come in here, yeah, that's it. It's more of an evening look, but it's not as gloomy, but it's still got that moodiness to it. And there is a fine balance between the two, and I think we're just about getting there with it. I think the ceiling's fine. I'm just going to leave that in there like that. Don't need to explain that. I tell you what, I wonder if... Stop it. Like that. Or, the only other thing I can think of is... That's not what I wanted. That's what I want. The reason why people do stuff like that is because stairs are classed as transparent blocks. And that means more light will come out from the sides of the lantern as well. I don't know about that, to be honest with you. I think I might just go for the simple look. I know it cuts off a little bit more light, but we got light all the way around here. I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. Again, it doesn't need to be extravagant. I know it's Minecraft and you can do whatever you want, but it just doesn't mean that you should always make it super extravagant. And we've got a lot of detail in this room. We've got a lot of paintings, and we've got armor stands and inset lights, and look at all the furniture we've got. And I noticed that on the video it makes the furniture look a lot... I mean, this looks really dark to me. It makes it look a bit brighter. I think that's Loilo adjusting for the dim light. But yeah, we're doing well. And I think this area might be classed as done. So if I go down here, I'd be excited to drink at this pub. The only other thing I thought about is item frames, which is something I haven't used yet. And I thought about swords. Not a stone sword, an iron sword, because it looks more sword-like than the others. And I thought about just putting these like here. They sit in the middle of the lights quite nicely, but I don't know. There's something about them that detracts from the paintings. I don't know if it's just the really small size of them. I wish, you know what? I'm taking them out. I don't want them. I think it's enough. I think that's getting over to the edge where it's like too much. Like there's too much on the walls. It's too distracting. I think that's fine as it is. I think the lights are great. I think there's more than enough seating to make it look realistic enough. And I like the idea of the bridge. This is our Stony Bridge Tavern. And you can come here and drink at the end of the day when you've finished all your work. It sounds like my summer, quite frankly. Right, and of course if you wanted to get downstairs and you can't fly like we can, you can use our stairs. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastique. And it works. And then, let me just... I like to do this, I like to walk around the way, the way it's supposed to be done. And of course if you wanted to go to the next room, you can go in here. Nice and lit up. Not very well taken care of. The enchanting room, I think we'll be revisiting this. This was the first room that we did, and this at the time felt like a lot of decoration. But it's not. It's quite bare, and as much as I enjoy it, and I like the walls, I like the ceiling, I like the floor, I like what we did with the place. There's not enough in here. I thought about item frames again. I'm sorry, I know this is a very talky episode again, but you know what you're getting into. I thought about things like Eye of Enders. Oh, you can't use Eye of Enders in this. I assume you can't use Eye of Enders because you can use an Ender Pearl. You can't use an Ender Pearl either. Fantastic. I assume you can't use these things because they lag the server. Item frames can lag the server as well. Actually, I'll tell you what, I wonder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. Look at that. We can only use 6 item frames. If you've ever watched Xisumavoid, he does videos on what causes lag. And item frames cause a horrendous amount of lag. And I've got a feeling that's why he stopped those. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just do this on my own flat creative world? Because I love having other people around me while I do it. All these other builds that are going on, that's cropped up recently. These are excellent. I've been in both of them. And I had a scout around today, and there's some excellent builds. And I'm thinking about doing a tour video of just like who lives around here. But I think that's it for today. It's a bit of a shorter episode, I apologise, but we've had some longer episodes recently. So let's just take one last tour. This is the pub. It's done. I'm calling it. It is done. And I think, personally, it's more than what I wanted. Absolutely more. It looks way better than I expected it would. These inset lights are definitely a favourite of mine. I think they look great. And the armor stands, I think, look great. I don't know how many armor stands you can have, but probably loads. That door will move into the next area at some point, which I think that's going to be the trophy room. To remind them, all the bad things that you can get. But I don't know whether we're going to start that next Friday, or we're going to come down here and start these. It's likely going to be the trophy room, although I'm excited to get these done, really. Mostly because next Friday my exams will be over. Next Thursday my exam will be my last exam. So next Friday when you watch this, my exams will be over. I'll be very happy and sad at the same time because the exams are hard, but they will be done. And then we can start clearing out these rooms, and I can start clearing out those rooms down there. I don't think I'm going to have time to clear out those rooms before we start an episode. So it's probably going to be... Actually, it probably will be the trophy room next episode. And then once we get that done, there's both of those rooms down there. I know exactly what I want to do. And I really want to put a lot of effort into them. So I think it's going to be either longer videos, or there's going to be more sort of speedy up bits or cuts. So this video isn't too bad actually. It's over the 20-minute mark. We're nearly there on our normal time. And we've got the pub done. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. It just needed a few finishing touches. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and thanks for keeping with me through the exam period. I very nearly just thought, you know what, no videos over the exam period, but I'd rather bring something out than nothing. And we've actually, over the exam period and revision period, we've actually done that pub. And like I said, I'm really happy with it. I think our designs are getting better. I think they're getting more detailed, and I think they're evolving basically. So thank you very much for watching, and insert the usual spiel here about please liking the video if you liked it, and do subscribe if you want to see more. There will be more regardless, because I just enjoy making these videos. So yeah, please have a good weekend. The next time I see you will be on Tuesday. I'm not sure. It could be a Plot World episode for that, to be honest with you, because I just do not have the time for farming. But if it is, we'll get started. We'll get started straight on a room. It'll be really interesting, I think. A new room's always exciting. So yeah, have a good weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. If you come back on Friday, I'll fill you in what we did on Tuesday. And on Friday, I'll be finished exams, and I'll be going home on the Saturday. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and have a great week.